Hi, you guys. Hello. I'm going to turn this off because I got this ring on I might be a little bit dark, but there's a message here. So, how are you? So, the topic today is breaking free from what's holding you back. So, I'm so glad that you're here. And as you're listening, I just want you to take a moment and really check in with yourself. What brought you here today? What is stirring inside your heart? So, I want to talk about some signs that might be there saying that you're ready for change. So, signs that have come up in your daily life, as you're doing the inner work, as you're reflecting on things, that you're ready for change are things like you're feeling stuck and you know that there's more for you. You know that you're either meant for more, you know that you have more to give, you know that you have gifts to share with the world, or you just know that the feeling that you're in right now of maybe being just stuck sucks and you want to move forward and get out of that dip. Maybe you're recognizing a bunch of patterns that are repeating themselves over and over, and you're seeing that, okay, this is a pattern, and I seem to be doing this when I think this, or I seem to be doing this and then after I realize, and then I think this. Sometimes those are signs that you're ready to move forward and change. And also, a big one is sensing that you have untapped potential, sensing that you know that this can't be just all there is to life right now. This can't just be today living like yesterday and yesterday living like the day before, and just knowing that you have untapped potential within you. That's a huge sign that you're ready for change. Another one is this persistent knowing that something needs to shift. A persistent knowing that I need to shift this, I need to shift out of this, I need to shift, I need to change, I need to do something, I need to think a different way, I've got to get out of this. I'm just stuck in this doing the same thing or saying the same thing or eating the same thing or whatever it is over and over and over. And I know something needs to shift. I just don't know what it is and how to kind of get out of this place. And these are all blocks that can kind of show up in your life telling you that something needs to shift because it needs to shift. And so we can ignore it as long as we can, or we can actually take action and start moving that energy into shifting mode. And how do we do that is we need to kind of understand what the blocks actually are and how we can move forward through that. And so these limiting beliefs that people say, limiting beliefs, yes, they're limiting because they keep you from doing what you want to do, but they're not always limiting. They're just beliefs. They're just any kind of beliefs. And they show up because there's some discontentment in something. These beliefs are holding you back from being your best, truest self. Because there's something to be learned here. There's something to gain from shifting forward. And how do they actually show up? Beliefs show up from societal expectations. They show up from expectations that we put on ourselves. They show up from being constantly criticized and judged. They show up from listening to CNN and news and constantly negative news. CNN, that's what it stands for. It comes just from other people's beliefs absorbing onto you. When we're surrounded by negative people, and not all beliefs are bad. So many are good, but it's usually always the negative beliefs that are holding us back, that are keeping us stuck. They're not the positive beliefs. So that's why we're focusing on the negative beliefs and how they show up in your life. They can also be generational, and there's just so much more to that. But we end up staying stuck in this belief cycle that's basically just like a looping cycle. that we keep going around. We keep thinking this and doing this, wanting change, going back to the other way. Thinking this, doing this, wanting change, and going back to the other way. And that in that trap lies perfectionism and procrastination and overwhelm and all of those things, anxiety. And sometimes all of this anxiety and overwhelm are all just another shift within us that is because we want to have internal change of some sort. And a lot of times when we're overwhelmed, I did a little YouTube live about this, it isn't because we're actually overwhelmed. We actually know what to do, but we like to self-sabotage ourselves and get ourselves into overwhelm so that we can avoid the pain, because our brains like to know what's familiar and it doesn't like to go into uncharted territory. And when we keep ourselves self-sabotaged and stuck, we're not moving into a place where we can get hurt and try something new and maybe fail. We're staying in kind of in that comfort zone area, which is where it likes to keep us safe, right? And so basically what this all boils down to is that what we really want is peace. We really want peace. We want freedom. We want clarity. We want just a lightness. We want to feel good. We want to surround ourselves with people that, empower us. And so in all of this, noticing this, we can slowly start seeing, okay, I've been stuck in a looping pattern. Acknowledge that. I've been procrastinating and stuck in overwhelm. Acknowledge that. When you acknowledge that, you can get clear. And another great way to get clear is by taking a little bit of action, because as you take action, clarity reveals itself. And it's all about recognizing that these things that we're doing sometimes is an opportunity for growth. When we're feeling anxious, when we're overwhelmed, when we're procrastinating, and all of these beliefs are showing up that I'm not good enough and I can't do this, and it's actually a massive opportunity for growth. And it's the small steps that actually create the big shifts, the little things actually that make the biggest difference, that just compound over time. And over time, that creates momentum and consistency creates momentum over and over. And momentum starts creating like this ripple effect where things just start happening. And it's okay if some days we're not like doing everything the way that we want, but it's noticing these things. It's all about noticing the signs that you're ready for change and then understanding what those blocks actually are, because sometimes we're so blocked we can't see the blocks. And then trying to take the steps of action to get the clarity, to recognize that there's opportunity for growth and that something inside you wants major change. And so see that. Maybe journal on it? Talk to yourself. What am I lacking here that is I'm creating such this feeling of lack and unabundance that I'm lost all over and scattered all over the place. What do I really want? What do I truly desire the most? Do I need to make a shift in direction? Do I need to pivot something? Do I need to start something fresh? What needs to happen for me to get clarity? What little step can I do to take a little bit of action towards something so I can at least see if this is where I need to move to? And so that feeling that you have inside you when it's being stirred up, that's not random. That is the feeling within you that something transformative is coming. Something big and transformative is sitting there, and there's opportunities everywhere for growth. And it's up to you to change that. So that's what I wanted to share with you today. If you're feeling stuck and overwhelmed and things, that's a huge sign of growth. And soon I'm going to be talking about something that I'm opening on February 1st that is so powerful and that can change absolutely every part of your life if you choose to let it. And I'll be sharing that with you super soon. So make sure you're part of my free community. Create, Heal, Shine on School. The link will be somewhere around here. And make sure you're part of my email list so you don't miss anything. And I just wanted to share that with you today because if you can journal and sit down and think about where you're stuck and what's really holding you back and who you're surrounding yourself with, are these people that uplift you? Are these people that want the best for you and empower you? Are they people that you feel are holding you back and creating negative energy around you, and you're struggling not to absorb that energy, and that's holding you back? So you really have to think about what all is going on in your world, in your home, in your heart, in your mind, and then think about what you truly desire and see where that misalignment is. So that's what I have for you today, and I'll be back tomorrow to share the next step, the next phase. Okay? Bye, friends.